And live on Facebook and
Welcome,
YouTube.
everybody. Hi, it's good to see you. Welcome. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Instagram. Hello, TikTok. I'm so happy to be here tonight. Welcome. Hello, Jill. Hi, Katie, Susan, Jessica. Hi, everybody on TikTok. I'm so happy to see you. I'm Christy-Faith. We have Instagram. Hello, Instagram. And we have Facebook and YouTube. Yay! And I have my trusty fan because I'm perimenopausal. How did you guys do today with your homeschooling? I want to hear your update. Were there any good homeschooling wins? I'd love to know. Our win was we went to the museum, the science museum here in Denver, but it was spring break, so it wasn't ideal. It was really crowded, but we still had a really nice time, and our co-op had a spring break, we were on spring break too, so that's why we went, and it was a really nice time.
We got somebody from Nashville on Instagram.
Yay, Nashville! Yay, awesome! I love it. I'm seeing you guys come in on Instagram. Welcome. I see you on TikTok. Hello. Please ask me any questions that you have regarding your kids' education or homeschooling. I am Christy-Faith. I'm author of Homeschool Rising, Shattering Myths, Finding Courage, and Opting Out of the School System. That is my new book that was just released. It's behind me right there. I hope you guys love it. I have it here too. Yay! I'm excited that not on Instagram, but on TikTok, I figured out how to turn the camera around. Finally. So I want to talk tonight about a couple of things. I just posted a video. Did you know that 55% of American families are unhappy with the school system? I would love to know, if you are not homeschooling yet, but you're considering it, what about the school system is just bugging you? If you are currently a homeschooler, I want to hear what about the system compelled you to choose homeschooling for your family. I would love to hear your answers tonight. I have a couple other statistics here that are pretty significant. A lot of people attack homeschool socialization. Did you know that 87% of peer-reviewed studies show that homeschoolers are healthier socially, emotionally, and psychologically? Yet we have this reputation of being quote unquote awkward. If that is something you're curious about, you have to read chapter 7 in Homeschool Rising, because I unpack why our culture does this to homeschoolers. So please grab my book. A lot of people assume that homeschoolers are all religious. I get comments all the time. You make your kids read the Bible, this, that, and the other. Did you know that 25% of homeschooling families are secular? 25%. And you're like, oh, well, it's only 25%. Compare that to the population of who considers themselves secular. And I think that things would align pretty nicely there. Let's see, what else? The number one reason why parents choose to homeschool is, drum roll please, who knows? The number one reason why parents choose to homeschool. I want to hear in the comments what you think. Yay, Mama Cat, you're on another live. Yay, Melissa's here, chapter 7. Melissa is helping to lead our working moms mastermind in Thrive Homeschool Community. Melissa, it was so fun to get you on Voxer today. Yay! So that was awesome. We love Melissa. Did I just say I was going to do a stat and not? No, I'm asking for your comments. What do you think the number one reason in America is why parents choose to homeschool their kids? So put it in the comments, and then, yes, we'll answer our first question.
Gamer Cat says, the fact the kids in Kentucky read several grade levels below what they should.
Oh, yeah. The Kentucky school system is so bad. So bad. Yeah, if you're in Kentucky, yes.
Let's see. Rachel Walton, hey, what subject should be considered for a well-rounded 5th grade homeschool student?
Okay, so we are always asking ourselves, what subject should I be teaching? I want to do a good job. Heart, if this is you, I want to do a good job. I want to do enough, but I don't want to do too much. And that's the main question. So she's asking, and what platform is she on? Because I want to look right at you. Which platform?
That is Insta.
Insta. Okay. So what do you need to know? What does your fifth grader need to do to be well-rounded? Well, actually, this is a question that I address in my 8-step homeschool success framework. I have one of the steps in my framework is an audit where it takes about an hour and you audit your own homeschool. It's an exercise that you do yourselves, and it's kind of giving you information on how you're doing in all the important areas of your homeschool. You guys, if you have been on the fence about joining Thrive Homeschool Community, there's 2 things you need to know right now. Number 1 is we are closing enrollment very shortly here. And number 2, we are having the best sale on it that we have ever had before we close our doors. Now, you're like, Christy, why would you be closing Thrive's doors? This is a season where everyone's thinking about homeschooling. I know. And the reason why is because we walk through live my program called the Fail-Safe Homeschool Setup, and we do it all together live. And it starts April 3rd, and it will not end until July. So I can't be, because the way my membership works, I'm actually involved. A lot of memberships you join and you just feel like a number. You're like, what did I just join? Where do I find information? I literally welcome you with a personal DM from me, and we start talking. So we are closing our doors because I cannot be onboarding tons and tons of people in the spring as I am coaching you guys on your curriculum decisions, on all of your legal questions, and all of that's involved in setting you up correctly. So I'm giving everyone an incentive to join now. I want more time with you. I don't want you to be joining in July, where we are scrambling to pull together a mediocre program where I'm like, oh, if I just had another 2 months with you, I would be able to do such a better job. So I'm not going to talk all about Thrive Homeschool Community tonight, but I want you to know that. Ask me questions about it if you have any questions. And in one of the steps in the Fail-Safe Homeschool Setup, which is in Thrive Homeschool Community, is an audit. And it is only available in there. So there are lots of areas to consider to know if you're doing a good job homeschooling or not. And so that was a process that is high value, very high value, that step. Okay. Yes.
Miss Lisby says, how does your program work when different states have different requirements and
Yes.
restrictions?
I know. Well, those of you who are in Thrive know exactly how we make sure you're legal. So we have an entire module where we live together. I walk you through a process, and sure enough, by the end of about a half an hour, everyone knows exactly what their state laws are. The other thing, too, is the state laws vary, but they don't vary that much. There's about 10 things where a state might have only 1 or 2 of them. Another state might have 10, but they are limited. So, and there are high regulation states, medium regulation states, and low regulation states. And I walk you through all of that. Yeah, we have a whole step in the fail-safe setup that is making sure you're legal. It is vital that we are legal homeschoolers. Yes.
Heather on TikTok wants to know, do you recommend year-round homeschooling?
So I love year-round homeschooling. It is great for a lot of reasons. One, depending on the season that you're in. Also, if you are a working homeschool mom, homeschooling year-round is awesome. I've settled into, I do a larger break in the summer, and then I make sure I have respite times throughout the year where I can get stuff done that I need to, cleaning out my pantry, getting my vents cleaned and things like that I need time off for. So year-round homeschooling is one of the methods in which people school. You can do a 5-week or 6-week on, 1 week off style. We go over all of the different ways that you can schedule out your year. We go over that in the fail-safe setup.
What was your question that you asked everybody?
The question I asked everybody was, did you forget?
Yes.
Okay, what is the number one reason in America why parents choose to homeschool?
Roxy Yoder says, it started with COVID and schools closed, but now it's the indoctrination.
Yeah, so she says indoctrination. What do you guys think?
Elizabeth says that too on TikTok.
Awesome. Elizabeth, yes, the indoctrination.
And safety.
Safety, yes. Who homeschools because of safety? And not just the pew-pew. I mean, safety involves bullying, aggressiveness, things like that. Oh, good. Jennifer, you printed out your fail-safe paperwork. Yay. Awesome. And girl, let me just warn you now, just get a binder, because that's what I'm going to tell you on the 3rd when we get there and I say, okay, we're starting the fail-safe. I'm going to tell all of you to get a binder. Because the ladies that have the binder, they love having it. And then also, we also have the 8-step framework and we have the fail-safe setup. So to keep those things straight, I recommend one Thrive binder and then one large divider that's dividing the 8-step framework with the fail-safe setup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or,
okay.
I won't go into details. I won't get granular because this is not in Thrive right now. Okay.
S&H, I think it's Stacy. Do you talk about high school in your Thrive group?
Yes, we have a special place dedicated just for high schoolers. Both of the mentors in there that are at all the office hours have they graduated their homeschooled kids. I love homeschoolers of high school. We have a lot of mamas joining today in Thrive Homeschool Community that are homeschooling their high schoolers. Yes, a lot of mamas in there.
Yeah. Oh, Jennifer Edwards bought. I think she bought those binders.
Oh, good. Okay, awesome. Yes, get those binders.
Emily, what grade level do you start Thrive group?
Okay, so Thrive, I recommend that if you are starting preschool in the fall, that's when I want you. Because I want to start working with you and deschooling and getting you set up and confident. I also want to get you on the right path for your child's literacy. You will not believe how many bad programs are out there for literacy. So I want to get that right for you. And we have a special office hours every single month just for homeschooling littles. So the way we have structured it is we have 5 live Zooms a month. Each of the Zooms are separated into the age group that you are homeschooling. So if you actually have a kid in each of our age brackets, you can show up to all of the Zooms. And then our 5th live Zoom is a live workshop. They're very popular. I either teach them or I bring in an expert speaker to come. And this is why I say Thrive is for people who are on the growth plan. It is a growth mindset group. This is a group where we all want to be doing the best job possible. We want to be building homeschools we are proud of. We want to be building homeschools our kids thank us for later. That is what we work towards in Thrive. So it's actually not for everybody. Okay, any homeschooling questions?
Melissa says, do you talk about kids who aren't ready to learn?
Oh, yeah. Like little ones, you mean? She's asking about kids who aren't ready to learn. Yeah, developmental readiness, we talk about a lot. And when it's time to hold back your child, should you start preschool later? What are the signs for that? How do you know if that's the right decision? Yes, we go over all that.
Yeah, she's talking the littles.
Yeah, the littles. And 2 of my kids, I did 2 years of kindergarten. My other 2, I didn't. And it was because of what I was observing in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, GamerCat over on YouTube just talked about how
Hi, GamerCat.
Things have changed so much in public school.
Oh, they have changed tremendously. And what's funny is for years, people have been accusing homeschoolers of doing the indoctrination. And I'm sure a lot of us would agree now. If you guys want a discussion tonight on that indoctrination myth, what actually is, we should do a podcast on this, Scott.
Yeah.
What is indoctrination? Can you have an education without it? Let me know if you want me to talk about that tonight, because I'm happy to. I'm here for you, so I want to be giving you what you need tonight.
Melissa followed up. She had the question about the littles. She says, almost 7, and I'm struggling.
Oh, okay. A child almost 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if your child is almost 7 and struggling to read, I want to spend time with you, and I want to ask you some questions back and forth to know if it's time to get an assessment or not.
SNH
Yes.
over on TikTok, do you have moms
Hi.
in Thrive with kids with dyslexia?
Oh, girl. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Are you kidding? So you might not know my background, but I have worked with kids with special needs with every diagnosis under the sun for my entire career. I have read thousands of IEPs. We created IEPs and implemented them at our center. So yes, mamas who have kids who are differently wired, who have complex learning profiles, They love Thrive. They have found a home in Thrive. They have found camaraderie in Thrive because there's other mamas who are struggling. I like to save you guys money. So before I say, yes, get your kid tested, I go back and forth with you and I ask you a lot of questions first before I would recommend that route. And then I have ways to make that route the least expensive possible. So if you do suspect some stuff going on, and I'm a partner with you, when I hand you to someone that I trust, I'm not handing you off. Like, I am still involved. I want to be informed of progress and all of those things. So I am with you every step of the way. So are the mentors. Who in here in Thrive DMs are mentors too, besides DMing me? I hope you do, because Marnie and Denise are absolutely fabulous. Marnie is a certified parenting coach. Are you here tonight, Marnie? Marnie, should I Vox? Someone Vox or Marnie? Tell her to come on. Yes.
Kimberly Baker says the indoctrination part of your book was so fascinating. I would love more information on it.
Oh, Kimberly Baker. Hey, Kimberly, weren't you supposed to contact me today?
Oh, Sarah. Sarah was having trouble logging in today, I think. And she said, I'm so excited for Thrive. Finally, a group of other homeschool families I can be a part of.
Yes. Yay. I'm so glad you're in. So if you guys are wondering why there's all these questions about Thrive, it's because Thrive enrollment is closing. And right now we have the best deal on Thrive that we have ever had since our founding members. There is a reason why I'm doing this, but I will talk about the two main reasons why I'm doing this. Number one is I want you now because I want to walk you through the fail-safe homeschool setup with the rest of the community. We are doing it live as a rollout all spring, and it lasts until July, right when you're about to start your school year. The second reason, and I hope you guys can understand it, it's also because of personal boundaries. So as you know, with my book being launched, with Thrive and all of this, I'm now getting asked to speak all over the world. But Thrive is actually my highest priority. I don't know if you know that, but Thrive is my highest priority. And Scott and I decided over the weekend that while I am walking people through the fail-safe, the amount of DMs I get increases so much because they're intricate questions on curriculum and programming and scheduling and lots of detail, your own personal state laws, that it's best use of my time to focus on the current members there who are already invested rather than onboarding tons and tons of new members all the way up until the fall. It's also stressful to onboard members the minute before they're starting to homeschool. It's very stressful for everybody and it takes a lot of my time. I want you now. I want to spend time with you. I want to de-school you. I want you to start the 8-step homeschool framework. I want you to do the fail-safe with us. So that's why we're offering just like a total, like, too good to refuse deal. So ask me about Thrive.
Melissa wants to know, Melissa Graber on Instagram, how much time commitment is it? I want to give myself enough time.
Is Thrive?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to the page that talks all about Thrive, we have, the way we structured it is we structured it because we know everyone is busy. And we want something for everybody, but we also know you can't access everything all the time. The way we priced it and structured it is if you can do 2 of those items a month that you see on that page, you are getting your money's worth out of all of those items that you see on the page. That is how we priced it. That is how we structured it. You know, you see a lot of other programs that are like, you're getting this and this and this and this and this. And then you get overwhelmed because you're like, I feel like I've paid this and I have to do everything. And here I've joined this thing that just feels like it added so much pressure and a tremendous to-do list on my plate. We wanted the opposite feeling. We want whatever you attend to feel like you just got so much value out of it that one thing was worth your very membership price. But we priced it where if you can get two of those items, you are absolutely getting your full money's worth, if not more. And I mean, just DMing me, honestly, is probably worth that if you look at my consultation price on my page. Yes.
Melissa Hamilton, this is the first time I've heard about Thrive as a curriculum.
It is not a curriculum. No, this is a private group for homeschooling parents. This is where I nurture you, I support you, I help you build a homeschool that you love, that you are proud of, it makes sure you're not forgetting anything important, and you're set up for success. You know how to build in margin. You love what you're doing. That is what Thrive Homeschool builds for you.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Over on Facebook, we have Brooke.
Facebook. Hi, Facebook.
Do most at Thrive Community homeschool year-round?
Oh my God, every question is about Thrive.
Or long summer breaks?
I think it's a mix. What ends up happening is a lot of the homeschool mamas, let me know, I know I have Thrive mamas in here. Are you year-round or are you periodic breaks? Let me know.
Chloe says, hi, I've done your style test on your site. It was enlightening.
Yay, Chloe! Awesome! Awesome! I'm so glad. What style did you come out as? I'd love to know.
A.R. Avello says, I joined Thrive last year, but I've been so busy. Can I start working with you soon?
Yes. If you're in Thrive, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yay!
Miss Lisby, how do you help those who have just started homeschooling, going into high school?
Okay. Well, one is we have a special office hours dedicated for teens. I want you to come to that. I want you to meet the other moms who are also homeschooling teens. And we guide you to the resources where you can build the coursework. So at our center, we did a ton of college counseling, a ton of it. So, and quite frankly, the advice that I would give those parents back at our center when we were doing college counseling is the same advice that I give homeschooling parents. And that is, and I'll just tell you now, and then we help you work through it and find the resources in Thrive. But what I tell you to do is you work backwards. So you have an idea of the type. You don't have to know the exact vocation that your kid is going to go into. Okay, we know that. That's a little early. But you kind of know by 9th grade if they're bent towards mathematics and science, or if they have a more language brain or a word smart brain. You kind of know that. Like, are they going to go to somewhere like MIT or College of the Mines, or are they going to end up at a liberal arts college? So, and then what you do is you kind of look at 10 colleges that would be viable options for you and your family and your student. You look at their coursework requirements. And then you make sure that you build a high school that fulfills those requirements. It's no different than high schooling anywhere else. So,
Chloe,
yes.
We're going to come back
Chloe,
to you on
yes,
TikTok,
we will.
But first, Sadie Espinoza, I'm just a grandma trying to support.
Yeah. Oh, can we give hearts to Sadie the grandma?
On Instagram.
On Instagram, can we give her hearts? I think homeschooling grandparents are angels of this earth. I truly do. I think you're so amazing and special. You have no idea how many grandparents are a source of pain and angst for homeschooling moms. The fact that you see it and you see that your kids want to do better for your grandkids and that you are a part of that and are supporting them is seriously beyond. Let me ask you, are you doing some of the homeschooling? Are you helping? I have this dream that one day we have a homeschooling grandparents group in Thrive. We have several grandparents in Thrive who homeschool, but we don't have enough to build a group yet. I think we need probably 10 to be able to open up a group. Yeah.
Chloe got back regarding the Style Finder. She says, unit studies, Charlotte Mason, traditional, and she says, I feel like I'm eclectic.
Okay, yeah, you probably are eclectic. I love that. Awesome.
Oh, and there's A.R. Avello, the Thrive member who wants to work with you again.
Okay.
Hasn't been around for a while.
Okay.
Recommendations for logic at the elementary level.
Yeah, so there are lots of, I would say, have fun with the logic. Don't get crazy into it. I don't really believe in starting informal logic until junior high and then formal logic in high school. And there are lots of critical thinking. There's even a company called Critical Thinking Company that you can do. I would say a lot of logic board games as well. Have fun with it in the elementary years.
Yeah.
But logical reasoning is vital, and I'm so happy that you're on that track because you are thinking in the right way, girl. For sure. Let me take a sip of water.
Anybody homeschooling in Oklahoma? How do I find groups?
So HSLDA should have a list of groups for you. HSLDA.org. Homeschool Legal Defense Association. Someone can put it in the chat.
Okay.
How's my sound on Instagram? I'm curious. I have a new mic set up. I'm hoping it's okay. I think I'm okay on TikTok.
Shariah says, my 5th grader has the classical learner curriculum with critical thinking.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, so share how you feel about it if you're on the same platform.
Mama Cat, any thoughts on Hooked on Phonics for learning to read? So far, it's worked really well for my son.
Yeah, I think Hooked on Phonics is a great one. It's one of the good options out there for sure.
Chloe says, has anyone attended the convention in Florida before? I'm thinking of going, but never attended.
Yeah, I think it's the FPEA one, I believe. And my mentor keeps telling me, Christy, you need to speak there. Apparently, it's one of the best ones in the nation. So I would definitely go to it. The other thing too, if you guys, this is convention season right now. If you guys want to go to a homeschool convention, support your state convention, your state homeschooling organization that puts on the convention. If your state has one, go there first. They get great speakers, amazing keynotes, and all of that. And the reason why is homeschooling laws differ in each of the states, and the one organization in each state that is ensuring you still have your homeschooling freedoms is that state organization. So just by going to the convention and paying that ticket, whatever it costs, they're not expensive. What are they, like $60? I don't even know how much they are now for the states, but even that helps. It helps to make sure that homeschooling stays legal in your state. And I know that sounds crazy, like what? But no, homeschooling has only been legal in all 50 states since 1996. So don't think for one second that our homeschooling rights are not in danger, because they are. So weird people ask to join my live and I'm just stop. Like, I feel like they're kind of bots or something.
Carolyn Joe over on Instagram says, you help choose the right curriculum for my kids, right? What if different kids need different curriculums?
Yes, different kids do need different curriculum.
And how do I teach them all at once?
I know. You need to join Thrive, because we teach you how. We have an entire module on choosing curriculum. We talk about the different styles and how to narrow those curriculum choices down. We talk about your different learners. We want you to build a homeschool that does right by your kids, because that's going to be a homeschool that you're really confident in. So yes, come and see how we do it, because we are like nothing else out there. You guys, she asked about Thrive again, so I have to say it again. The Thrive enrollment is closing very soon, because we are starting the Failsafe Homeschool setup, and we have the best deal right now that we've ever had since our founding members. If you are homeschooling next year, go to my page and look at Thrive, because it will be too late very soon and you will never get a better price. So today is the day. And when we say we're closing enrollment, we are closing enrollment. Like the page will say on April 4th, it will say you have to join a wait list when we reopen.
So somebody just asked on TikTok, looking into starting homeschool this year.
Yes. Yay!
I'm
so glad.
There's too many curriculums to choose from.
I know there's too many curricula to choose from.
What do you advise?
I advise you join Thrive, because I help you suss it out. It's too many choices. It's crippling. I completely agree with you. First off, we're going to find out your homeschooling style. That will narrow down a huge portion of all of those choices. And you know what else is tricky is all these companies are marketing to you in different ways. So it's hard to compare apples to apples. I have a process in the Failsafe on how to compare apples to apples. So it kind of helps you cut right through the marketing messaging to know what you're actually getting, so that you can adequately compare, for example, 2 writing programs. Because you go to that website and they're selling the sizzle about all that. These people spend 6 figures on these websites trying to sell you stuff. So they're selling the sizzle all the way over here. You go to the next writing curriculum and they're selling a whole different sizzle. Well, how do you decide? Because both sound amazing. What we did is we made a process for filling out a sheet where it helps you look at them side by side and actually figure out which one you want. And then at the end of the day, if you still can't decide, you come to office hours and then I tell you which one of those 2 you should get. Yeah.
Ashley's so sweet. Thrive's amazing. Jump now. Take the deal and get in now.
Oh, thanks, Ashley. I'm so glad you love it in there. Yay!
Chloe says, do you have any homeschool families with autistic learners?
Yes, so many. Who is in Thrive right now who has an autistic learner? So many. Yes, we help you too.
Mama Cat says, what do you suggest if your state convention is more religious and you aren't?
If your state convention is more religious and you aren't, that's a problem. You probably won't enjoy it. You honestly probably won't. I'm thinking of a couple that are just so overtly religious that it just, you can't suss it out that well. So if that's the type, then I would look other places. Yeah.
Melissa says, homeschooling in Canada, is Thrive good for me to join?
Yes, so many Canadians are in Thrive, and someone even DM'd me today. We have people all over the world in Thrive. We have people waking up all hours of the night to join office hours. Yes, we are worldwide.
We had multiple reasons we started to homeschool 3 years ago. One of my kids was ahead in math, but no longer getting challenged, and one of my kids was falling behind in language arts.
Yes. Right. So here, this is a perfect example of this one-stop shop box curriculum isn't a fit for everybody. She is explaining that she has one learner who is gifted in math and she's struggling to make sure that kid is always challenged, and then another child who struggles in that area. Well, guess what? Those two kids are probably going to be in two different math curricula, and that feels like a really crazy, heavy decision, and it is. So we help you through all that. Yes.
Mama Cat, convention at Kentucky is at the Noah's Ark, but we aren't religious anymore. So
yeah, I don't think that one's. I love it. Is it really at the Noah's Ark?
I guess so.
Oh, that's so funny.
Do you have suggestions with kids who struggle?
By the way, I'm a faith-based homeschooler. I just shoot straight. Yeah, but Thrive, I will say, a lot of what you get at conventions, you get in Thrive. And we are non-sectarian. We have atheists, we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have everybody in Thrive. It is vital to me that we always remain non-sectarian. We welcome everybody. And I can't tell you how many DMs I've gotten from moms who thank me for that they have had a hard time finding a place where they belong, and they finally found that in Thrive. And it's something I'm really proud of. And we can be a part of something non-sectarian and still hold our own beliefs and respect other people's beliefs. And that's what we do in Thrive, and we do it beautifully. You guys, I have never had to kick anyone out of Thrive. I have never had to mute a post because a moderator flagged it. Not once. That is the quality of person that joins Thrive, because we are just this positive movement of women that want to help each other. I am so proud of who we are. It's like, it's insane.
Jennifer says, CC versus CM thoughts.
Well, they're two different. Classical Conversations considers themselves classical, and Charlotte Mason, are you talking about simply Charlotte Mason, or is there another co-op that you're looking at? CM is short for Charlotte Mason, and those are two different homeschooling styles. Now, one could argue, if we want to get philosophical, do you want to get brainy for a second? One could argue that Charlotte Mason is a branch of classical, which I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Do you have suggestions to help kids who struggle with spelling? He can pick the right spelling word when they are listed with misspelled versions, but not writing it himself. Does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense. Spelling is one of those tricky things. And so I would want to examine what curriculum you're in, maybe have you try something else for a while. And then if you're not seeing progress, then I advise that you get assessed. And not one of those expensive $10,000 assessments. I have connections that I send you to of people that I personally know and trust that do not overcharge. And I only recommend that when I absolutely feel like it is necessary. When I would say, this is what I would do for my own child in this situation, that's what I advise you. So, but it takes a while to get there. I want to know what you're doing first and what you have done. So, and I've even had instances where moms had interventions done, but the tutor just wasn't that great and they just needed to change tutors. But it's hard to know, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hi, TikTok. I haven't forgotten about you guys.
Sarah says, love that about Thrive. Got turned away from a local Colorado co-op because my kids had been in public school.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Can we go back to that? But I want to get geeky with Allie McGuire. Does Charlotte Mason teach Latin? She did not believe in teaching Latin until much older. And that is the difference between one of the main differences between Charlotte Mason and classical. True classical education starts kids in Latin around 3rd grade. So, okay. But, so I love that. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Ask me geeky questions like that, you guys. Please. Okay. What was the other one that I wanted to get back to?
I'm not sure, but does Charlotte Mason teach Latin? Was that
that's the one I just answered.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Give him grace, you guys. He is looking at the comments on 4 platforms right now. 4. You're doing amazing, babe, and you're hot.
Well, I'll keep working. Wow. Let's see. Not Colorado, but I'm in Illinois, says
Wait,
Sarah.
What was the one you were asking before? Does anyone...
Spelling.
No, it was after the spelling. Oh, I wanted to answer that. Does anyone else remember the question?
Turned away from local co-op?
Yes, the turning away from local co-op. Tell me about that. I've been turned away from a co-op. Yes. What's the question there? That's a good one.
She was thankful for Thrive because Thrive doesn't turn her away.
No, but why was she turned away from the co-op?
I don't know.
Tell me why you were turned away from the co-op.
That's a very good question.
Yes, I want to know. Was it... Oh, what you said it was because her kid was in public school.
Oh, that's right. There it is. Yep. Because my kids have been in public school.
Okay. I don't like to criticize the homeschool movement, but I'm about to. We literally are leaving a system that is telling us exactly how we have to educate our kids. It annoys me to no end when people in the homeschool space are like, my way or the highway. You have to do it my way. Now, do people have the right to have a private group where there's a statement of faith and all of that? You absolutely have that right. But I feel like it can get a little bit obsessive when you're not going to welcome a family because their kids were in public school, like they are some sort of, or like they're tainted and you don't want those kids around your kid. Like, to me, that's so unhealthy. I don't hear about that a lot, but I have heard it. I've heard it, and I am really sorry that happened to you. Yeah, bummer. That's not who we are, right, ladies?
Stoneacre Homes, 7-year-old reading disorder diagnosis advice.
7-year-old has a reading disorder?
Yeah.
So it's been diagnosed?
Yes.
What advice does she want?
I don't know.
If a reading disorder has been diagnosed, what are your next steps right now? I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Texas mom is on board. Turned away from previous public school attendance. That's insane.
Yeah, that's just, you don't even want to be in a group like that. If that's how those people think, I wouldn't be in a group like that. I get excited when mamas pull their kids and what a brave thing to pull your kids out and to put all that burden on your shoulders because you want something that's best for your kids than just to go somewhere and be turned away. It just, yeah.
Stoneacre follows up with different programs. I can't find a good tutor in my area. Other options for virtual tutors?
Yes. So I have a lot of tutors signed up on Christy-Faith's list. You guys, I haven't even talked about what Christy-Faith's list is. It's completely free to homeschooling families. Free. If you guys want to know what Christy-Faith's list is, I'll talk about it tonight. And I can tell you a story about why I started it, because it's a story about how pissed off I got, which is why I started it.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll wait, because this is for them, so I only want to talk about what people want to hear about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A.R. Vello says, I'm struggling with curriculum FOMO.
I know. They do that to you. And then you go on social media and you see all these moms doing these really cool things, and you compare yourself to her. And I'm telling you, no, you need to join Thrive, because this is where the real homeschool moms are. Yeah. Where we have spit up on our shirts, our houses are a mess, but we love our kids.
Jennifer says, I had to pull my son last year from 3rd grade because school was out of compliance with his IEP, and I'll be homeschooling my daughter next year too.
Good for you. Are you in Thrive? I want you in Thrive. Yes. Okay.
Melissa asks, thoughts on Gather Round homeschool curriculum?
Yeah, I think Gather Round it's one of the good ones. I have it. Okay, let's talk about free things to you. Free. I have a free list of curriculum in my bio. I have a 5-minute homeschool style finder that is completely free. I have a 26-page how to homeschool guide that is completely free. And I also throw on there a fun book list of just our favorite binge reads I just did that one for fun. Our favorite binge reads that we have read as a family. So I offer a lot for free to you guys so that you have information that you need to help make the decisions that you need to make. And free. Also, Christy-Faith's list is free to you. And what that is have you guys, I want to hear hearts. I want to see hearts and taps. Have you guys ever been at a service provider, a doctor, a speech therapist, somewhere, and when they found out you homeschool, it got weird, and they started interrogating you and asking you questions, and you felt really judged, and you started to sweat, and you're like, I need to get out of here, like now, because they were judging you because of your school choice? Let me know if that has ever been you. Put it in the comments. Because I was sick and tired of the discrimination that homeschoolers get in service providers' offices who are ignorant and don't know the data. And so I created Christy-Faith's list. It's where service providers sign up, and you can search by your area for whatever you need. We have reading specialists on there, pediatricians, and urgent care is about to sign up. Scott, they have 10 locations. We have all sorts of programs and service providers on there that have read and agreed to 4 guidelines that they will honor your parents' rights in their office. So it is an amazing resource. You can go on there and wait, Texas Mama. Okay, Texas Mama, you right now. There is a button on Christy-Faith's list that says tell your story. Will you please, it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just going to go to me. Will you just write out your story tonight and tell me? And this is why I need people's stories. People say, this is ridiculous, Christy. Why do we even need this? So if we don't have the stories, the personal stories to tell people, they're not going to believe that we need this. And we do need this. And we made this to be free to the homeschool community. So yes, if you have a provider who you love and supports your homeschooling, you need to click the button on the Christy-Faith's list that says refer a provider. If you need a provider in your area, you click on the button that says find a provider. And then if you have a story to tell, which I need to see, then you can click the tell my story. Yes. Yeah. So it is in my link tree. It says Christy-Faith's list. It is everywhere it's on all my socials. It's on my home website, which is christy-faith.com. And it is blowing up. When I first made the announcement that Christy-Faith's list is starting, our email got so full, we had to hire a programmer to help us manage it all. It is blowing up. So please, 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 we want providers in every single city in America within 30 minutes of you. So there is always somebody that you can trust that you can go to. Yes.
Bonacera says, I have a pediatrician.
Bonacera, if you have a pediatrician, please click refer your pediatrician, because what we do is when it takes 30 seconds to fill out the form, but then we send them a really lovely invite, like thanking them how amazing they've been. And Sarah suggested you guys to us, please sign up. And so it has to go through that because it triggers a nice email, okay?
And Texas Mama says, kid psychologist didn't seem very homeschool friendly, so she can request one. Yeah,
well, and I told her to tell her story, Texas Mama, and then you can request. Yeah. Didn't you talk to a psychologist yesterday who was going to sign up too?
Did, yes.
Yeah. So the list is building, ladies. The list is building. Hi, welcome. We are on 4 platforms tonight. We are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Hello, I have not forgotten about you, Facebook and YouTube. We are talking all about homeschooling, Christy-Faith's list. We're talking about a lot of questions about Thrive Homeschool Community because we are closing enrollment very shortly here. We have a 50% off sale right now. It is the best pricing we've ever had since our founding members, and it is right now. And the doors are closing very shortly. So if you have questions about Thrive Homeschool Community, now is the time to ask me live. Also, you can click the button in my link tree. And I am here tonight to answer any of your educational and homeschooling questions.
Jennifer says, over on Instagram, my daughter's counselor, when I mentioned I was going to homeschool, went on about how keeping my daughter in the system is better in the public school system. Thank goodness our pediatrician fully supports homeschooling.
Okay, I need your pediatrician on the list, and 2, you got to do 2 things for me tonight. I want the pediatrician on your list because I want other people to know about your good pediatrician, and then I want your story. I want you to click the button that says share my story, and then because we need the stories. Okay.
Melissa Graber, my blood analyst naturopath is incredible. Totally pro homeschooling.
We want the naturopaths. We want them so badly. Please refer them. Yes, you guys, if you have a provider, refer them.
Melissa Hamilton, also on IG, says, so many Melissas on here.
Hello, all the Melissas. Were you all born in the same year? Wouldn't that be weird?
Do you like Khan Academy? I have 2 kids doing math on it right now.
Yeah. Scott, you have an opinion on Khan.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. All right.
Yeah. Daniel Crystal Sims, best learn to read programs.
Anything Orton Gillingham based is what you want to look for in a reading program. So if you have a reading program that is whole language approach, run fast in the other direction. And if you have a program that is heavily giving sight words. Now, sight words aren't evil, but a reading program that is primarily sight words is evil. It's not actually teaching your kid to read. It's teaching your kid to memorize a picture. The picture, you think they're reading and they're not. So, and I've done a little bit of research on when we did away in our country with phonics-based reading instruction, dyslexia levels went up. And that is not a coincidence. The way that our system has started to teach kids to read has created more dyslexics. Now, is dyslexia real? Yes, it's absolutely real. This is not discrediting that at all. No. What I'm saying is the whole language method is not actually teaching kids how to read. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody said we need them in CAA. I don't know if that's California or Canada.
Okay.
Good providers.
Yeah, we are in Canada. The Christy-Faith list is in Canada.
Yeah, we got a great swim teacher there.
Yeah.
Melissa Graber, 1992, baby. Woo.
Okay, who else? Any other Melissas born in 92? And then we're going to say what month.
Diesel loves Anna. What is 50% off?
My Thrive Homeschool Community. So we are closing enrollment for Thrive Homeschool Community shortly here. And it's because we are starting the Failsafe Homeschool setup all together as a cohort. We are offering the membership for up to half off. You can go. It's the best deal we have ever offered since founding members. So if you are homeschooling next fall, you want to join now so that we can walk you through and we can take time to discuss all your curriculum choices, how to map out your year, how to plan your weeks, how to plan your days, how to stay legal, all of those things, how to dream what you want for your kids. All of that. We start that April 3rd, and doors are closing to Thrive Homeschool Community April 3rd. So if you have been meaning to join, the price will not be better than now, ever again. And the doors are closing. So,
Bonacera,
yes.
Math program that you recommend for a soon-to-be 7th grader. Tried Math UC in Abeka.
Okay. Well, you know I'm a CTC fan. You know I am, you guys. I love CTC Math. Go look at it.
They could sponsor us.
Are they sponsoring tonight's live?
They could.
She's going to say, they sponsor you, so now you can't trust them. And that's not true. I went to them. I was like, I love your math program. Can you please sponsor me? And they, oh my goodness, they are amazing. So I want you to.
7th graders doing it.
And our junior higher is doing CTC Math, and we are beyond thrilled. So the reason why CTC Math is so great is because there's a lot of reasons, but when you get it, you have access to all the grade levels. So that's why it's good for a learner who's anywhere. You could have a kid who maybe is in different grade levels for different subjects, different topics within math, and you can easily navigate those so you don't have to buy different years of curriculum that is really expensive. So it's super affordable. It's adaptive, so your kids stay motivated all throughout their learning process. It has mixed built-in reviews, so your kids never forget what they've learned. The lessons are nice and short, but they're still thorough, which is great for a lot of learners. What else about CTC do we love?
Mastery-based.
Mastery-based, not spiral. Don't get me started on the soapbox of mastery-based versus spiral. Yes,
Still review.
I care very much about a mastery-based math program. That is very important to me. And then are there any other details I'm forgetting about CTC that I love? Oh, and then it does the teaching and grading for me. So essentially, I check in periodically. I'm more of the accountability rather than having to teach concepts that I have not been familiar with since high school myself. So if you guys are struggling at all with homeschooling math, if you're math insecure, if you're really busy and you could use a break with one of the subjects, I would strongly advise CTC Math. I really do think it's the best math program out there. So
yeah, they got 12-month guarantee.
Oh yeah, 12-month guarantee. Yeah. They're just great. Their customer service is amazing. Does that count as a sponsorship now?
I think so.
Okay.
How are kids placed for CTC Math?
Oh, I love how they place them. So the second that you get in there, you give your kid a diagnostic. So you know very quickly the strengths and weaknesses for your kid and exactly what you need to target. Like when I tell you it's good, it's good. It's really good.
Texas mom, even as a divorced mom, I refuse to put my kids into public. Even my 12-year-old niece is glad mine are home.
Oh, awesome. That's amazing. Wow, you are amazing. That makes me emotional.
She says, I keep hearing about CTC on all the homeschool podcasts I listen to, too.
I know. They sponsor a lot of the podcasts. And you guys, they truly support homeschooling. They want our podcasts to succeed. And a lot of companies out there are so stingy and they fight for every ding-dong penny, and it's so annoying. And I feel like they take advantage of a lot of homeschool moms who don't know their worth. And there I said it. But CTC truly invests in the homeschool community, and they want us to have our platforms and to spread the word. So I am truly... and even the more I get to know them personally, like on Zooms and things like that, just the more impressed I am. So,
people are asking about IEW versus
yes.
EIW.
Well, that is a question for Thrive because I need to know a lot about you. They are very different programs. Yeah. One is like the math you see of writing, and then the other one is extremely, it's the Suzuki method of writing. Very different. Yes.
Oh, and she's asking, it with CTC, do they have to read the instructions or does it speak to them?
It's a instructor on there teaching the lessons. Yeah.
Cool.
And he's a really good teacher. He's the founder of the whole program. I think, what did he say? 30% of Australian kids are in CTC.
I think it's
and like a huge portion of European kids. They're actually newer to the American market. They've worked out the kinks before they came here, let me tell you. Okay.
All About Reading has been great for my kids
Yes.
with ADHD.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. All About Reading is a great OG program. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Yes, CTC is K to calculus. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah, a lot of questions.
Yeah, awesome. I love all those questions about CTC. We talked about Christy-Faith's list. That is completely free to homeschooling parents. It is a list where you find homeschool-friendly service providers. If you have a provider that you love, who you love, please refer them. It takes less than 30 seconds. We want to know about them because we want to send them an invite to join our list. And Thrive Homeschool Community, we are open now, but we are closing enrollment very shortly here. So if you want to get your next year set up, we are starting the Failsafe Homeschool Setup April 3rd. That is when our doors are closing, and we are going through all together as a cohort in Thrive through the Failsafe Homeschool Setup all together. So right now we have the best deal that we have ever offered. So if you have been on the fence, you should join. Otherwise, we don't know when we're reopening. We don't have a plan for when we are reopening, but also when we're you won't have the price that you'll have now. So there is not a reason not to join.
Bonacera,
Yes.
I need to join Thrive.
Yes, join tonight, and then I'll DM you tomorrow, and we'll say hi. Yes, let me know if you're going to join tonight or if you joined while you were on this live. I love it when mamas come back and they're like, I just joined. I love it.
Instagram,
Yes.
Joy Piscari, is this available in Canada?
Yes.
I'm not sure if she's talking about Thrive or CTC.
Yes, Thrive is available in Canada. CTC is available in Canada. Yes, absolutely. Go look at that landing page, watch the video on there, see everything that we offer in Thrive. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, so make sure it's for you.
How does CTC Math provide scope and sequence needed for what our co-op requires?
Okay, so they have it all laid out. They have it all laid out, and you can even print them. And I can tell you with full confidence that there probably is a way that you can print out what you need. And if there isn't, they literally will have someone do it for you and send it to you personally. I'm not kidding. That's how they are. Yeah. But I've seen that option on the website.
Texas Mama has a...
I love that Texas Mama's still here. Yay!
She has a pretty awesome speech therapist recommended.
We need good speech therapists. Good. Okay. Texas Mama, you don't know this yet, but we're going to be really good friends.
Aravello, so I can do the fail-safe process even if I'm not a new member? It's for everybody. Everybody in Thrive, we're doing the fail-safe together. Yes. That's why we're closing the doors, so that I don't have people trickling in at all different spots. We're closing the doors, and then we're starting the fail-safe all together. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. That I must have not been clear. I'm really sorry about that. We've got about 5 more minutes.
Okay, about 5 more minutes. Ask your burning questions now, tonight, while I'm here.
And that starts April 4?
April 3rd. Yes.
Erica, from Houston, Texas. What did I miss?
Oh my goodness! April! April from Houston. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yes. So we were talking about Christy-Faith's list, which is school community, how we're about to start the Failsafe Homeschool Setup all together as a cohort, and that Thrive's doors are closing very shortly here so that we can all start that together as a large group. And right now we have the best deal we've ever had on Thrive. I'm like a broken record. But I feel like people are coming in and out.
Oh, Bonacera, I just joined Thrive.
Yay! I'll say hi to you tomorrow morning. Awesome! Sweet.
Oh, and Texas Mama, I'm a second-generation homeschooler, and my sister homeschools hers too.
Oh, awesome. I love that. Oh, I'm so excited to know you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you guys... Should I step away, maybe, from the mic while I'm making my gurgling sounds? I'm so obnoxious.
Oh.
Ah! My mic has been off.
Wow. That's crazy.
Hear me?
I just started homeschooling and gonna be a month. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Yay! Awesome, Erica! Woohoo! Everybody give her hearts for homeschooling.
I guess Ashley, the camera angle, could see a young one vacuuming.
Oh, someone did? Ah! Yes! You're right, you can see. Yes, see? Cleaning the kitchen. Hey, you guys who have littles, I just want to get you excited about something for your future. So we went to the Science Museum today, and I told my kids, I said, hey, there's a beautiful atrium in the Denver Science Museum. It's really a nice museum. And I said, okay, kiddos, I said, you two clean out the car for me, because we were driving friends and our car, anybody else, is their car embarrassing? So yeah, I said, kiddos, just pick out the main stuff out of the car, And then I told the other two to brushes, and then one other one, I forget. I said, after that, do the waters. You guys, my kids, I literally just made my iced coffee and plopped my butt in my car and drove to the museum. Like, for those of you, and I remember the days, you guys, where I had to remember all the sippy cups and the bottles and the diapers and the this, and tie all their shoes and all of it. Strap them in and tie all their shoes and all of it. Strap them in car seats as they were wiggling, trying not to be. And you guys, I thought back to today, where it's like, I am in my golden years. Today, where it's like, I am in my golden years. Was going to lose a toddler and all of that. I didn't have to pull a stroller out of my trunk. So anyway, I hope you guys are encouraged with that. I love you guys so much. I'm glad you're on this I'm glad you're on this live tonight. I had to talk so much about Thrive tonight. I said Thrive instead of live. But it's okay, because I know you guys have a lot of questions because of the enrollment closing. So I am here for it. Ask us anything you need. We are here for you, and I love you. So, with that, I think we're done.